Young and the Restless, Y&R, found that star Jess Walton opened up about the character's intense love for his son Billy Abbott and how she gave him a second chance to live one of the a key figure in her new business venture, Chancellor Communications. This is what you need to know. Speaking with the Soap Opera Digest in a new interview, the multi-talented actress said that in this way, she certainly threw him a life buoy, and she also wanted to keep in close contact with him. She truly trusted him and she hoped he would escape his madness if he had a job that matched his own strengths and feelings. She always thought she could fix him and she would never give up trying. Having said that, Jill was also the type to give his son the tough love he needed. And yes, that is exactly what Billy Abbott needs in his life right now, considering everything he has gone through in the past year. Also, Jane Jill had that soft side. She loved Billy intensely, but she quickly got angry and held back. She may be mercilessly honest with him, but they all fall out of love. With everything going on in his life right now, there's also a good chance that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, could finally become Jill's daughter-in-law, meeting her and Billy recently. Very well together. However, if there's anything we know about Billy Abbott so far, it is difficult for him to deny his personal needs to the professionals. Needless to say, Y&R fans will just need to adjust to find out what happens next. When we said goodbye to Emmy Week, we were included in another great week of the classic episodes of Producer Young and the Restless. What does that mean you have? Paul and Christine Week. This iconic couple has their share of ups and downs and we can live together. This week's longest episode will be available from 1994. On Monday, June 29th, viewers will have time to return on September 21, 1994. At the beginning of his romance, Paul Williams is planning to propose to the blonde statue, Christine Blair. It looks like things are heating up for this beautiful couple. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman is keeping an eye on hunky singles, Nick Newman. Be patient, Sharon, that will be a wild ride. On Thursday, July 2nd, Christine and Doug were married on August 7, 1996. However, the rest of Genève City was reeling from its own drama. Phyllis Summers are struggling with their own internal afflictions. Finally, a bomb crashed on Friday, July 3rd, when Paul finally discovered the evil conspiracy that Isabella Branna was planning to implement. This episode first aired on August 15, 2003, and things got hot when Paul stood up for Christine. What do you think of this notorious couple? The arrival and departure of Young and the Restless has brought the favorite of Paul Williams fans this week. With Y&R's goal to shoot new episodes on July 6, this is probably a promising sign that we will see Head Paul coming back regularly. Now, let's see 10 big profits this week. The arrival and departure brought to Paul Williams' mother, Mary Williams. That coincides with the episodes surrounding Paul's engagement and marriage in 1994 with Christine Blair. So we'll see 2 Paul Williams weddings this week, including one from 1996. We'll see another Paul's wife later this week. Keep reading to see when, and more about Y&R back to work. Young and the Restless's vandals also promised other lucrative profits this week. Soon, welcome back to Olivia Winters, who repaired Malcolm Winters with Stephanie Simmons. And they are not the only Winter to return to Y&R this week. Now, these classic episodes bring the lovable and unforgettable characters we miss. The arrival and departure brings Christophe St. John is very much remembered as Neil Winters. In this program, Neil spent time worrying about Olivia. Unfortunately, he just turned to glance at a glance. It was great that Young and the Restless introduced some recent Winters family episodes. New movie coming soon. Hopefully, we will see more about Lily Winters and Devon Hamilton. Other past faces to appear this week include rocker Danny Romalotti, who spends time on Y&R kinda Chancellor's popularity. In addition, there are conversations and travel of Young and the Restless. They can bring Danny back in new episodes. If they did, would that be the original cast or re-export on CBS Sudser? The leap quickly brought Eva Longoria into the role of Isabella Branna, who determined to take down Cricket. Fiery Isabella loved Paul Williams so passionately that she was willing to kill Christine to marry him. His mother, Isabella, almost killed Paul and Cricket both. Good things on Y&R. Perhaps one day, they would take her out of the mental hospital and back to the show. In addition, episodes reminiscing this week include pre-Amelia Heinle editions of Victoria Newman. We will see 6-day Emmy winner Heather Tom in the role again. Earlier, Vicky had entered Damon Porter, the first to come to seduce Phyllis Summers. It's nice to meet Victoria with another guy, because she'll soon have a new love. Now, get ready for a lot of Paul Williams this week on Young and the Restless as we go through episodes from 2 decades. Soon, if the Sudser returns to work as they hoped, it will be August when we will see the new episodes. So we will update you on the first broadcast date. A character on the way out can be brought back after stopping production and restarting later. The characters will be given a second life, a kind of redemption story as a way to correct a mistake. Not every selection decision is made, and in the case of Tyler Johnson and the character according to Vanderway, the program executives have reason to reconsider letting him go. That's what the CBS Inside the Source is telling us, and we have no reason to argue. Theo was a breath of fresh air in the stuffy city of Genoa. Having him stir everything will give the show a fresh blood and feudal joy, something fans are looking for when the show returns on air. What we hear is that Theo may decide to stick with him to pursue his relationship with his family that he never knew, in particular, to better understand Uncle Jack Abbott. These two went with their right foot, but somehow it went wrong. It all went south when Theo accidentally used Jack's presentation to try and impress him. Theo's son, Theo's cousin, Kyle Abbott, set him up so that it was not 100% accurate. According to him, he used material that was not his. It was all on his shoulder, and then, Theo expressed regrets for returning to his old, bad behavior. There is another reason to follow, and that is Lola Rosales. If she shows the slightest interest in him, he can change his mind and decide to make things work between them and simultaneously revise Jack. The future of a star on the show can be written in stone if what we hear about her is correct. The character appeared as part of a family for a time, stealing the painting in the opinion of some fans, but now she and her brother are the only ones left. Is her future with soap safe from the fate of some other relatives? Our CBS and The Source are saying agree that Sasha Calle, who plays Lola Rosales, will not leave anytime soon. Does this mean there is a huge storyline on the horizon for aspiring chefs? Lola has countless potential stories. Our sources indicate that TPTB feels that her character has been abused, but with a production pause, there may be plans to change everything. Lola represents a novelist, someone who is not exactly coming from the wrong way, but does not have the advantages that many Genoese residents have. Specifically, her romance with Kyle Abbott is like a lightning grenade that you now see it does not have. Many fans were surprised when the two got married, and soon after Kyle dumped her into Summer Newman. According to our sources, the show could plan on building Lola's storyline as well as going out, meaning they could be a cake in her oven, and no, not her oven. This means Kyle or Theo Vanderway or even a third party may be the father of the child. And if Lola has children, that means her mother is on her way back to town. Many fans love to see Lola's mother, Celeste Rosales, return and start a romance with Jack Abbott. Young and the Restless's Vandals and Updates tease that a character on the way out could be brought back after stopping production and restarting later. The characters will be given a second life, a kind of redemption story as a way to correct a mistake. What we hear is that Theo may decide to stick with him to pursue his relationship with his family that he never knew, in particular, to better understand Uncle Jack Abbott. These two went with their right foot, but somehow it went wrong. The Vandals and Updates of CBS Young and the Restless have teased that a character on the way out can be brought back after stopping production and restarting later. The characters will be given a second life, a kind of redemption story as a way to correct a mistake. Not every selection decision is made, and in the case of Tyler Johnson and the character according to Vanderway, the program executives have reason to reconsider letting him go. That's what the CBS Inside the Source is telling us, and we have no reason to argue. Theo was a breath of fresh air in the stuffy city of Genoa. Having him stir everything will give the show a fresh blood and feudal joy, something fans are looking for when the show returns on air. It all went south when Theo accidentally used Jack's presentation to try and impress him. Jack's son, Theo's cousin, Kyle Abbott, set him up so that it was not 100% faulty. Our channel,